besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are talking about the new Finery perfumes. So if you're not familiar with Finery, basically they are a brand at Target that does take inspiration from very popular niche or designer fragrances and they make them more affordable. They do their own spin on them. A lot of times though they smell very similar to the original thing. So I really love it because it makes it more accessible, these beautiful scent profiles. So like it says right here, everyone deserves to feel fine, which I definitely do agree with, I respect, and I do want to mention you're not limited to just getting the perfumes, the eau de perfumes. If you feel like that is just too pricey, the $29.99 for 2 fluid ounces, they do also give you the option of getting the body sprays for $14.99 as well, which is how I always do start. Like I start buying the body sprays, and if I like them enough, I will move up to the perfumes. By the way, if you guys do want me to do a video on the other fragrances in their line, apart from these new 7, let me know because I have pretty much all of them, and I wouldn't mind buying the extra 2 or 3 that I don't have. So let's jump in. I'm very excited. I love the aesthetic of this box. Super beautiful. I will say I've only smelled 5 of the 7, which is, I mean, basically all of them, but I did leave 2 for us to smell together because I think that would be kind of fun. I could not help myself, you guys. I had to sniff a lot of these, but I did save 2 for us to smell together. And I will be letting you guys know based off the fragrances I have smelled what they do smell like to me, because I have one in my collection and kind of try to figure out what it's giving, like what are these scents inspired by, and I feel like I have a lot of them down. By the way, my favorite fragrance from the Finery line thus far has been Not Another Cherry. I think it smells very similar to Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. It's sexy, it's sweet, and something about that scent to me is so addictive. So starting with Pistachio Please, this one I will say it does smell a lot like Sol de Janeiro 62. I do not have that fragrance in my collection because I'm not sure if I ran out of it or lost it. I want to say I lost it and I've been looking for it, so unfortunately, I don't have it to put side by side, but I will say it's very similar. It is very sweet. It's a little creamy. This one has pistachio milk, fluffy vanilla. There could be like powdery marshmallows in this scent as well, but I don't believe that is on the notes listed. Here we have pistachio milk, fluffy vanilla, and tonka bean. Yes, and yeah, I could see where people are coming from saying it smells a lot like Sol de Janeiro 62. Unfortunately, I've not had that scent in my collection for a long time now, so it's not that I don't remember it. I mean, smelling this, I definitely do get those vibes, but it's been a minute. It's been since like last summer when it did go missing, but this is really pretty. This is pistachio. This will get your saliva going. It'll get you hungry. And again, it's very fluffy the way the vanilla is done. I completely agree. I love this so much. My grandma, who doesn't even like pistachio in her fragrances, loves this as well. And yeah, it does kind of have that 62 DNA mixed up in there as well, which I really do like. I would not say this smells anything to me like Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato. That was a question that I did get. That one for me, the pistachio kind of almost has like a minty, fresh, I've said before, like shaving cream soapy opening, and you do not get that in this scent. For me, yes, this would be perfect for summer, but also perfect year round. I love that powdery sweetness that I'm getting here. It's really irresistible. I would just say I'm not getting as much, like I'm not getting that really sweet caramel in this scent. That's the only thing I would say it's missing. But again, that's just solely off of my memory. But still, nonetheless, it is a beautiful fragrance. Next up is Born to Impress. I love the play on words. This one is pink rhubarb, damask rose, and cypress wood. And for me, this one is definitely also very fruity. I'm not sure what fruits I'm getting in here, but I will say they're a little bit, like they're refreshing, a little aquatic. But the scent overall is very feminine. So it's feminine, it's girly, it's refreshing, it's fruity, floral, very, very pretty, like gorgeous girl scent. So I'm gonna say this one is more of maybe like a floral take on L'Imperatrice from Dolce & Gabbana. They're not the same, like you don't get the kiwi, for example, in this scent. Maybe I could see watermelon mixed up in here, but for me, it really does have that aquatic, refreshing, watery fruit smell that you get in L'Imperatrice, but a little different, but very similar, I would say. They have a very similar scent profile. Again, this one is just like a girlier version, and I really do dig it. I like this one a lot, and I feel like in the summertime, just year round, this is gonna be so pretty. For spring too, like this is just so gorgeous. When I first saw the notes, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it might be in the same vein as something like Delina. I would say it's girly and pretty, like the same way Delina is, but I'm definitely more towards, I would say, L'Imperatrice. Maybe there's like watermelon in here. I'm not getting kiwi once again, but berries, and it's just really, really gorgeous. So yeah, this one I am obviously a big fan, and I would be open to getting a body spray of this fragrance. Next up is Madame. This one has notes of creme de cassis, velvet orris, and patchouli, and to be honest, I was a little nervous because I didn't see a lot of sweet notes, any fruits, vanilla, like nothing like that. So I was kind of like, what is the girl gonna give? But I really, again, do enjoy this scent, and it does remind me of a fragrance in my collection. This one I even might like a little bit more. This one does remind me of Mon Paris from YSL. This one has a fruity, jammy opening. Very feminine once again, you guys. You are getting the patchouli just slightly grounding the scent. As it dries down more, you do get more of it, just like in Mon Paris, but to me, it never becomes overbearing or cloying or scratchy or anything. I just really love this, and I would say that's probably partly from the Velvet Orris. And creme de cassis, I know cassis on its own has like that green undertone, which I feel like the patchouli also can give that vibe as well. But again, I don't feel like it's overly done in the scent. I feel like it is just a feminine, beautiful scent, almost a little sexy, but very great for every day. I love Mon Paris, for example, for every day at work, things of that nature, you know, when you want to smell good, but you don't want to smell like you're trying too hard kind of vibe, but still a step above that. It's not like an everyday musk or anything like that. It's a beautiful, pretty, fruity, jammy, girly scent that is just beautiful. I will say, if you're somebody that doesn't love rhubarb and you prefer something maybe like, you know, strawberry jammy scents more, you would like this scent a little bit more. And again, this one is gonna have more body and a little bit more depth because once again, it does have patchouli, and it also does have like, again, that jammy sweetness. This one is not aquatic. This one is not like overly fresh. Even though I do get a little bit of that in here, it's definitely thicker. And I feel like this one could fit the bill for other occasions as well. Like if you wanted to dress this one up, you sure as heck could do that as well, which I really like. We also have the new Rouge, which is very heavily inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540. Listen, I know there's so many Baccarat Rouge 540 dupes, but hear me out. I like to have options. You don't even have to spend the $29.99 if you don't want to. You can also get the body spray. And by the way, I will link everything down below. So this one has notes of golden saffron, amber resin, and sandalwood. So I did put my sample of Baccarat Rouge 540 on this hand. If you look at the oil on my hand, I'm sure you can tell. And for me, it's weird because sometimes I put it on and it's not as sweet. Right now it's not as sweet, but it is a little sweet, sugary, musky, airy. And you do have the wood and the saffron. So I really love saffron in fragrances. I truly feel like it just elevates them, making them smell so rich and so expensive. And so with this one, I feel like I'm actually gonna put this one on skin as well. Much sweeter, way more sugary. You still have that elevated, expensive luxurious smell that you get in Baccarat Rouge 540, but I would just say made much sweeter. Smelling them side by side, this one is a lot more, this is more airy, this is lighter. It's not as sweet, which is very interesting because sometimes I smell this one and it smells very similar to this, but right now on my skin, it's not smelling the sweetest, but this really is. So if you like Baccarat Rouge 540 but you want it a little bit more sweet, I think you'd really enjoy this scent. Now, I can't speak to the longevity of this fragrance. I will do an update at the end of the month like I always do, but really, really good. You get that saffron, sugary sweetness. It's very, very expensive smelling, of course, because it smells like Baccarat Rouge 540, but I do really enjoy this take. I truly do. I love Baccarat Rouge 540 not only for just special occasions, but honestly, I like to smell it on an everyday basis every now and again. Like, I think it's really, really wearable and versatile in that way. And I will not feel bad about wearing this one every day considering the price point. Next we have Mystic Figures, and this one is Mediterranean Fig, Ocean Air, and Salted Sage. Now I will say I'm not the biggest fan of fig, and when it comes to sage, depending on how it's blended into a fragrance, I can like or dislike the scent. For me, the scent is very green, a little fresh and musky, and it also does have that salt mixed in, I will say. With that being said, this is definitely not a scent I would gravitate towards all the time, but I feel like it's not a bad one. It's just not like my vibe compared to the others I've already talked about. So out of all of these scents, I would say it is my least favorite, but it is not bad, just out of the ones we've already put on right now. It is a little aromatic, but I just think it's a little maybe too green for my taste. But with that being said, I mean, it's not a bad one. I mean, there's a lot of sage. So if you love sage and you love green, fresh scents, you're gonna love, love, love this. Not only are you getting that, but there's also salt incorporated, which for me, like, again, you're getting the sage, so it's kind of like earthy, and there's almost something in the scent, like it almost comes off a bit sweaty. People say that about Vanilla Vibes from Juliet Has a Gun, and I don't get that. I think it's so beautiful, so pleasant, so soft, but I am kind of getting something like that in this one, and I feel like that is what's keeping me from really loving it. Very, very green, very salty. These are the two I've not smelled yet. This one is Mysterious Nomad, and this one has notes of bergamot, which I love, black pepper, that's interesting, and hinoki wood. So woody, spicy, and citrusy and bright. That's interesting. I'm definitely getting that pepper there in the opening. I can get the bergamot mixed in. Sorry, it's very light to me. Sorry guys, I have to almost like eat it. Like I have to breathe it, breathe it, breathe it in. Especially if I'm not, well, I'm at the end of the video basically, so. Oh, it's very, 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 wow, spicy. Black pepper. You're really getting in the scent. Yeah, it's very spicy. It's woody. And I do get the citrus mixed in. I do get the bergamot, but usually with bergamot, it does dry down, and unfortunately, it dissipates really quickly. So, I mean, it's not a fragrance that I would buy personally. Like, I would not go out of my way to buy this. I mean, whoa, the pepper, the black pepper, like you get, it's very prominent. So if you wouldn't like smelling like black pepper, you wouldn't like this. But you know what though, as it's drying down, like there is something in there that smells kind of good though. The bergamot is really pretty in the scent, but again, I do have a feeling once it dries down, I will lose that completely, or at least for the most part. It's more tolerable than something like Mystic Figures for me. And finally, I have Without a Trace. This one has notes of neroli blossom, cedarwood, and suede musk. So very excited to try this one. This looks like it would be a musky fragrance. Nice atomizer. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. It's very light, but it's very pleasant and pretty. Subtly sweet and soft and kind of like pillowy. I love this musky scent. This is actually gonna be one of my new favorite musks. I love this one. I do see the suede because again, there's this very soft, smooth texture to it. And I think if it was a color, it would be like cream. This smells very nice to me. At first when I sprayed it, I almost got a little bit of spice. Not sure what that's coming from. Okay, there's cedarwood, neroli blossom, and suede musk. And yeah, the neroli blossom, that's just giving it the feminine, pretty touch. There's something about this scent also that's so calming without being like super aromatic or anything like that. It's very pretty. This is a beautiful musk. Wow, I'm gonna put that like all over. I love this scent. Wow, wow, wow. I always talk after I spray and regret it, but I don't want to be sitting there not doing anything or talking for a second. I guess I could just cut the clip like I always do, but let's get it together here. This is so pretty. This one has me like entranced. I like this so much. I'm not sure what it's duping, but I will say it's very, very pretty. I've heard people say this one is a dupe for Fleur's what's it called, Missing Person, and I could see that as well, but I've not smelled that scent, so literally like I cannot say, but I can tell you it's not really reminding me of anything in my personal collection. I just think it smells incredible. And hey, I mean, if this is what the Fleur smells like, that is a beautiful fragrance. This is so stinking good. I really like this. I think it's so pretty, so pleasant, and there is this subtle like warmth coming through, that musky, very comforting, and I love the texture of this scent. Super pretty. Let me know once again if you want a video on the full line. I love you guys. Once again, thank you so much to Finery for sending this over. I truly appreciate it because I was gonna do this video regardless. I think it's so fun. I love the fact that these scents are being made so affordable. Now I need to smell Missing Person and go ahead and see if they are very similar to my nose. So I love you guys. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do not camera cut me off. I was saying if you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good things, and I will see you in the next one, besties. Bye!